What's up everybody, Brick Sanchez here today with another episode of Building Lego Hogwarts, and in today's episode I want to show you guys a couple of new things that I've added to my Lego Hogwarts castle. And now of course, this being the first video that I will be releasing in 2023, I want to wish you all a happy new year. I hope you have enjoyed the holidays, perhaps you got some Lego gifts as well. But so now let's move on with my favorite comment on the previous video. And that comment comes from a fellow Lego YouTuber by the name of Zabadak, so thank you so much for your comment. And I was also pleasantly surprised to see that the effect was working, so I was a bit afraid for that at the beginning. But I want to thank all of you who have commented on my previous video. You have all been very positive and I really appreciate it. But so far the introduction, now let's have a closer look at all of the changes and new additions that have been added to my Lego Hogwarts castle. Alright, so now looking at the castle from this side, you can probably notice a few new additions that we have here. So starting off with the Astronomy Tower there in the back, you can see it's put on some type of stilts there. I just wanted to put it there to have a kind of a sense of scale and to see where the position should be. I've moved it around a little bit and I think that this position will look the nicest. Now I still have a lot of work to do on the Astronomy Tower here, but the design that we got out there is one that I actually almost completely copied from my good friend Dumbledore's Brick Army, who I've been talking about in some previous videos as well, so be sure to check out his account as well. He made his tower like a year or over a year ago, and I remember seeing that and I just knew exactly that mine was gonna have to look kind of like the same. He got the proportions very well done, so why change anything if it's already looking good? So anyways, I will probably try to make it open up in some type of way, or maybe add some type of feature to it. I'm not sure about it yet, but so the design, all credits go to him, so thank you for that. But so anyways, this also answers another question that I had on my previous Hogwarts update here, which was if the tower could be moved out there to cover up the seam between those two backgrounds. So this is where the Astronomy Tower is now located at. So I really like it that you cannot see the seam anymore, because there was like a very vertical straight seam out there, which kind of ruined the entire transition of that cloud background there onto that more like hillside type of background that we have in the back there. So I'm very glad to see that it's now a bit less abrupt if you're looking at it like this. If you're focusing on it, then you're probably gonna notice this. But so anyways, the second thing that we have going on out here is the Beauxbatons Carriage there. So I just hung it up with some fishing wire, and I'm kind of have a battery pack up there, but I would love to connect it all the way behind the cloud background to actual USB, so I don't have to turn it on or off. But yeah, those were the changes that were visible at first glance. Now we're gonna have a little closer look to see the more subtle changes. So now we can also take a closer look at the Astronomy Tower, which you can see at the moment is just an empty shell. I've put it on some stilts here just to check the height. I might make it a bit taller, but also like the positioning and stuff, because I've placed it a bit more to the right. I thought that would be a bit nicer perhaps, but it was not looking as great from that other viewing point. It was just too close to that other tower. So I'm trying to keep a bit of a distance between those. But so I needed this space between this tower and that tower out there, because we're gonna have a bit of an elevation out there with another waterfall, and then with like kind of like the creek going through between like the quad building and then whatever is on that side. So normally there's like a wall and stuff and an entry gate or something. And then I'm also gonna place a wall going from there up until the viaduct entrance, of course. But yeah, so far the updates on the Astronomy Tower. I hope to get started on that very soon as well. Now something else that I was discussing in my previous video was this pipe that we had in the back here, which I have now covered up completely with this cotton as well, just to get these like lower shots a bit cleaner here, because we were still able to see that pipe out there, and that just didn't look as clean and not as finished as it does look now. It's a lot better already in my opinion, so I can take some pictures from down here. And then another thing that I was talking about in my previous video were these roofs here. So we have these roof panels here, but in between them there used to be like this big crack. So I was thinking about how I was gonna fill it up. So I've done that using some modified plates here in combination with some of these 1x1 rounded bricks. And I've also put in some bars in there because we have some change of stud side out here, which I had to incorporate there. But now the handy part is that these are connected to the opening. So we have this one which opens up, and then the one 2 panels further that can open up, and now this entire section just follows as well. And then finally we also have some new additions to our grand staircase tower here. So first off, I have quite some interior done on the Dumbledore's office right now. I still have to add in some more on the attic of like the Dumbledore's office. But anyways, I'm quickly gonna open this up one-handed. So let's pray that nothing is gonna fall off here. I usually do this with 2 hands. So now I'm quickly gonna open this up, but I'm gonna show you everything in detail in the room next door. I'm gonna take this tower apart here. Alright, so now I've moved the grand staircase tower here to the man cave. Let me just pan upwards a little bit so you can see the size here. But so anyways, I just put it out here so I can show you the insides a bit better. So Let's start off with the first floor here. If you've never seen this, so this wall can open up like this. You can put it straight, or you can just like kind of fold it in there. And then we got some paintings out here. Then we got the staircases here, which can move. The first two can move. So this one can move 360 degrees. The second one here can move at a 90-degree angle like that. And then you can also see I've added in another corner stair out here just to get this kind of like the staircase look from the movies a bit more accurate. And then you can also see I've added in some lights there, so we got a torch underneath there, and I also have two of those ceiling lights because the torches themselves weren't enough to get it fully lit up in here. So anyways, I really love the shadows that these stairs are casting while they're turning around. So now I'm going to show you the second part of our tower, which is this floor out here. Now before I'm going to show you that, I'm going to quickly remove the Dumbledore's office, because these sides tend to open up a bit whenever I'm opening up this part out here. And then using this wall here, we can use that as a support, because this entire half of the tower will be moving, so that's a lot of weight. There's also a lot of weight in there for the mechanism, so that's the Phoenix statue mechanism in here, so we need some good support for that. So I'm going to open that up now as well. So you can see this is kind of like the maximum degree that I can open this up to. I can put it all the way up until here, but then I'm going to have to hold it, because if I'm going to let go, then this, as you can see, the lights went out there, then all of the weight's going to be shifted and it's going to pull the entire thing apart. But as you can see, the stairs out here continue on to another platform here, which doesn't have anything at the moment. I didn't really have any inspiration now. This just has another torch out there on the left side, and then like a chest, and I would love to put in like a knight's armor in there somewhere, but I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with that. But so anyway, so the straight stairs out here end up on this platform, and then we have like this spiral staircase out there. Now I was thinking at first to go with another of these like corner more straight stairs, but then I was playing around with this idea of a spiral staircase, and I just think it looks very nice. So let me know what you guys think of that. I do really love this. Now we have a full view of this, the staircase is going up there, and then it kind of stops out there. Then the only way up is through this Phoenix statue here to go to Dumbledore's office. And then again out here we do have the torch, we have a little chest, probably gonna put a knight's armor in there or something. And then on this floor we also don't really have anything on there. I wasn't really sure what to put on there, perhaps another like knight armor or like a statue or something. But I did add in a little door out here, which leads to a little terrace, which I'm gonna quickly show you. I'm gonna close this up, turn this around. So out here we have this little corner here, which is a bit of an awkward corner, because out here is where the quad is gonna be. So we're gonna have the roofs going like kind of out here like that. So I was thinking at first that this was gonna be a pretty awkward angle to kind of like have the roofs going. So then I just thought maybe I can just kind of like put in this little terrace here, or little balcony here where people can stand. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like with the roofs and stuff. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but so I might change it up once we get there. But at the moment I do think it's looking pretty nice, just so we also have like a kind of like a door on this side then, because at the moment it's just pretty empty. Now we do have Minerva McGonagall out here ready to sherbet lemon this thing. So yeah, as you can see now, I've also added in this corridor here with like the Phoenix statue. It was pretty empty last time, so I kind of had the steps. I've made them a bit less steep. Like last time I believe it was like a lot steeper to get on there. But so yeah, I tried recreating this this hallway that they had in the movie. So it just had like two of these curvatures out here, and then like the kind of sticking out tower design there, as well as two torches on each side, and I think it looks pretty nice. Now of course we have our handy little wand here, which I can stick in the back like this, and then of course we can turn this around, so this is what it looks like from this side. We still have the gears out there. I'm still gonna keep it out there. Most of the people told me to just keep the glass out there. I think it looks a lot nicer as well. But so yeah, I've also underneath here, it was a real challenge on the side here to get these windows like this, because they had to fold open together with this entire mechanism. So as you can see, we got this kind of like checkered, or kind of like, not sure what it's called, pattern out there. And then on this bottom here I've used like kind of like a curved type of pillar, just so we could have the light coming in there, because elsewise it would have been just completely blocked off by this wall. But yeah, now I'm glad that we got this done out here, and I'm really happy with the results. So now let's have a look at the changes in Dumbledore's office. So let's take our little stair out here, let's go up there. Alright, so now we've reached the top floor here, so let me open up the office like this. Alright, now looking at this, you can already see some new additions. Of course, I've added in some lights out there. So we got a light in the little study in the back there. So there's a little small room behind Dumbledore, which is his study. Then I've also added this kind of weird lamp here as well. And then one big light underneath this thing out here, just to light it all up. Once again, I've tried doing that with only using those lamps, but it just wasn't that clear. Now I've also added in a floor underneath here. It used to be all open, but so now I just put some type of floor here with a cutout just especially for Harry out here. So let me just turn him around so you can see he comes up like this. So yeah, it looks a lot cleaner now. So now he can just like kind of get off there and really access the office itself. Now of course there is a height difference out there, but we're just gonna ignore that. So yeah, that's where of course where this has to come in there or come underneath that little patio that Dumbledore is on. So yeah, let's have another look at this, the money shot right here. So that is the Phoenix statue, which goes up and down, which I really love. I'm really happy that it's still working. I did have to recalibrate it another second time. Now moving on to the left wing of this openable structure out here. We have the cabinets with the pensieve right in there, and I really love how this turned out. I spent quite some time just trying to make these cabinets and stuff, but I ended up kind of freestyling it a little bit with the top there. It's not supposed to have all of these golden ornaments, but I did really like the look of that. Now out here in the middle, I've also tried something special. As you can see, we have some mirrors out there. I'm going to try to take a close-up as well. Some mirrors out there that I've cut. Those are stickers, official Lego stickers, which I've cut just in order to put them on some cheese slopes, as well as on a regular 2x4 just tile out there as well. And then for the inside of the cabinets, I've used this old panel piece, printed panel piece from the very old 2001 Harry Potter sets as well. It also came in Dumbledore's office before, because as you might know, this one is based, my Dumbledore's office is kind of based on the 2002 version, which could also open up in some type of way, not as complex as this one, but it does had some opening features as well, which I wanted to kind of mirror in this build. Now on the right side, we have the fireplace that he has in his office. Now I'm probably still going to move that to that other panel out there, because it's just not as visible when I open it up in the layout. It's kind of hidden behind this or in this angle out here, so I think it would look a lot better out there. Now for the rest out here, we do have a little table with some of those planetary, like weird mechanism thingies that he has in his office, and we also have the Sword of Gryffindor out there. And now getting to the attic out here, we also do not have any lights yet. I still have to add them in there so we can also see a bit of the back out there. But so nothing really special out here. We still have the telescope, which can turn around when I spin the top cone of this roof here. And then out here I just added in some stars to kind of represent like constellations or something. And then on the right side we do have the Mirror of Erised as well. So now we have the Dumbledore's picture in there. But yeah guys, so far today's episode of Building Lego Hogwarts. Now I do really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell and leave a comment as well. That way you could be featured in my next video.